pick Roger Clemens, but he's a sucker.
At my catches, I got Ivan Rodriguez is the GOAT. But he's the best defensive catcher I ever seen. And his offense was good. And my second catcher is the best offensive catcher I ever seen. With Mike Piazza. So I got Mike Piazza and Ivan Rodriguez at my catcher. First base, I'm gonna go with I like Pujols. I like Pujols at first base. I like that you picked Miguel Cabrera. That's what's up. But I'm gonna take Keith Hernandez from the Mets.
I'm glad I said Mickey.
One of the best gloves I ever seen.
And he's
one
a
of
Met.
the best clutch players I ever seen.
He's a Met.
Yeah, he can start in the same list.
But he's a Met.
And just to go, because I thought we was doing straight black, just to go old and black, I'm going to go with Willie McCovey at first. Right there. Second base, straight black. Jackie Robinson, of course, GOAT, number 42. And Joe Morgan. I'm going to go with Joe Morgan from the Big Red Machine at second base. 2 championships, 1 MVP. Let's go, shortstop, I'm going to go with Barry Larkin and Derek Jeter. I love Barry Larkin because I don't know, for some reason.
He meant Derek Jeter and Barry Larkin. Don't mind him.
When Fruity Pebbles was giving out baseball cards back in the day, the cereal, in their box, I got the Barry Larkin doing. I was like, ooh, big dog. He got a chip too. And my honorable mention at shortstop, St. Louis, Ozzie, the Wizard.
The flipper.
Ozzie Smith, the Wizard. Third base, I'm going to go with A-Rod. I'm going to go with A-Rod at third base. And David Wright.
You said all black.
You got white niggas on your team.
But you said you was going all black, but you got David right there.
Yeah, I got David right there. That's one of the best third basemen I ever seen, man.
You was all black and Hispanic until that. Shows he's a Met. David Wright.
I mean, Mike Piazza's Italian. Right field, I'm going to go with my Benjamin, with my blood. I'm going to go with Roberto Clemente. I'm going to go with Hank Aaron.
I wasn't going to say Hank, but I looked at your list and seen you had Hank.
And Roberto Clemente is just super duper nice. He was nice.
Yeah, man.
And we probably just for kicks and fun, I threw Frank Robinson in there just because he's nice.
Okay.
And now, center field, I got Willie Mays, of course. And Ken Griffey.
Glad we agreed that.
Yeah. And left field, I only got one person at left field. But I'll take Manny. I like Manny there, too. That's nice that you said that. But this is the greatest baseball player I ever seen.
Barry?
Yeah, Barry Bonds. That's it.
You say Barry, you like Sanders or Bonds?
Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds is the GOAT. He's the greatest baseball player I've ever seen. Him and Ken Griffey, as you said. Ken Griffey is just...
The kid.
He was just smoother than him. He was a better Barry Bonds. Like, in their youth, like what you saying? Because Barry Bonds was all over the field. He could catch, he could throw, he could
50
run.
steals.
50 steals, 3 MVPs before he went to San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? 2 World Series before, but he didn't win. But hey. And at my pitchers, another great Met, I'm going with Doc Gooden. Dwight Gooden. And then I'm going to go with Bob Gibson.
If you're going black, those are the only 2 you can really...
They changed the mound for Bob Gibson. They changed the length of the mound, the height of the mound. They was like, he's just throwing too hard. he was just too that I like. So
you done? You done, right?
All right. So my 5 is Tim Duncan, Malone, McHale, Barkley, KG.
Okay. So it's kind of similar. I'm gonna just ask you a question after I give my 5. So my 5 would be.
I was torn with this.
We're talking about our top 5, right? So I'm gonna go from 5 to 1. I will put Dirk at number 5. I will put Barkley at number 4.
Mm-hmm.
KG is number 3.
Ooh.
Karl Malone is number 2. And Tim Duncan is number 1. You know that.
You kept McHale out of it.
Kevin McHale is not better than Dirk Nowitzki or Kevin Garnett. I don't give a fuck what he did on those teams and who he was on those teams.
I'm gonna kick it off. You want me to kick it off?
Where we going? We starting with the catcher, starting at the plate and going around the diamond?
Yeah.
Alright, so my top catchers of all time is Yogi Berra, of course. And
Yo, remember this nigga said he didn't want to do white people, but it's alright. Yeah.
Yogi Berra and Ivan Pudge Rodriguez. I can't just do black people in baseball because some of my favorite players are Spanish, Hispanic. I'm sorry. It is, but I just don't like to take away from your heritage all the time. I just think like we're black together because black ain't real. It's something we created. So yeah, we all black. Right. But yeah, y'all Hispanic, and I don't like to take away y'all culture. Cause you darker than some of my family members, nigga. So
Pudge is a problem.
Yeah, but Pudge, that's my guy, and Yogi Berra is just one of those Yankees that when you're a Yankee fan, you have to learn about. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be a Yankee fan and not know Yogi Berra. He's like Bill Russell for us.
10 championships.
Fact.
Countless quotes.
You know what I'm saying? Always there.
He used to spit balls.
Yeah, man. That's a piece of Yogi.
Okay.
And, I got Pudge too.
First base.
Want me to go straight through?
Yeah.
All right, my first base is Miggy Cabrera, Miguel Cabrera, and the Fat Boy, Albert Pujols. Those are my 2 favorite first basemen of all time, which is kind of tough because I love Frank Thomas. And but I gotta be real with myself. Miguel Cabrera is probably one of the purest, best hitters I've ever seen.
2 Triple Crowns. Championship.
Yeah, and Albert Pujols is just a machine.
2 championships.
It's a machine.
500 plus home runs.
A fat boy that could not only put it over the fence, but he put it in play.
He was supposed to break down one record, but he got
Injuries
hurt.
happen.
Yeah.
Second base is very black. I have the one that kicked it off at Jackie Robb.
Jackie?
There's nothing else to be said there. It's not just because he was the first black player, but Jackie Robinson is probably one of those. It's crazy because my top 5 of all time is probably very black.
Has to be.
So
I think black baseball players are like the best.
like you see footage of Jackie and he's running around those bases and you think they're speeding up the time and they're not.
He's tippy-toeing that third base. You know what time it
He's
is.
running home. He's going
He
home.
going
and
home.
He beating that ball.
I don't care who pitching.
Fucking
Bob
beating the
Gibson,
ball
it
to
don't
the
matter
plate.
who pitching.
But anyway, and my second pick was Rod Carew, who I feel like gets swept under, a lot because of the time he played. But if you look at him and his numbers and just the tape on him, he was like Ichiro. But black, bro.
150 plus hits
Every year, man. Second baseman, so I got Rod Carew and Jackie Robbs. The shortstop, this goes without saying, Mr. Cat.
DJ.
I got DJ, Derek Jeter, was my favorite baseball player ever. And Cal Ripken. I always gravitated to Cal Ripken because of his name, Cal. Those are my initials to my name. So I gravitated to him because of that. Then I learned he is like the professor of the infield. Like, I don't know how many errors. Yeah, he's never missed a game.
162 games for 15 straight seasons. No, 17
It
straight
was
seasons.
148 or something before then they extended it. But man, the Iron Horse, man. So then at third base, I got
And he was nice.
I got the man that named his sons after the stadiums that he smoked niggas in. Chipper Jones and his son Shay. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put them both there. I love Chipper Jones because I ain't have to. He played for the Braves and we kicked their ass in the World Series, so I had no reason to hate him. But I always liked Chipper Jones, his name, his batting stance, and he played the hot corner, bro.
I respect his batting stance. He trash. I hate that nigga.
I bet you do. And the second third baseman is a transitioned third baseman and Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod.
Honorable mention at third base.
Who?
Adrian Beltre.
That's cool. That's cool. I got A-Rod though. He played. He
I don't got Adrian Beltre on my third base either. I just honorable mention.
He made moving from shortstop to third base look very easy. At first, it was tough for him. I remember getting him his wrist and all that, but probably after like 20 games, he got it. So I got A-Rod at third. Left field, I got Barry Bonds and Manny Ramirez. Left field it's not left field. Left field wasn't hard. Right field is tough. I got Barry, that goes without saying. It's Barry Bonds. Is there certain names that you say with sports that is like, what the fuck I gotta tell you? Barry Bonds, but Manny Ramirez as well, because another one, just his character. You know, Manny being Manny.
One of the best hitters I ever seen.
And that too. And one of the best outfielders too. I ain't gonna front like I wasn't used to seeing his dreads flying through the air. You know what I'm saying? Manny being Manny has to be there. My center fielders is that shit's pretty black, bro. Like still all. I got Ken Griffey, who I think is the best baseball player I've ever seen. Derek Jeter is just my favorite because he did what he did for my team. But Ken Griffey Jr. and Willie Mays. You see the over the back catch, Willie Mays is a dope, man, and he did it in New York as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Polo Grounds, New York
all
Giants.
shit. So yeah.
You got your picture.
Right field is extremely hard, but I went with what I seen. There's a lot of combinations you could go with here. I went with Ichiro, pesty ass, and Vladimir Guerrero, who stands to this day. I feel like it didn't matter. You've seen it. No matter where you threw it, you could have threw it in the fucking dirt. He was getting a hit off that shit.
You sure?
No, Vlad.
Oh, Vladimir Guerrero. I love his batting stance. I always loved watching him bat.
Yeah.
Especially, I used to see him in Montreal when he was on the Expos, and it was like he swung at that, and it's a home run. Like he's nice. Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, I love watching Vlad.
Your picture.
I got two pictures. I went with my favorite picture all time, the Sandman, Mariano Rivera, because I just feel like that closer is very important. We see it all the time. Niggas blow leaves.
They playing DMX out there.
Right, you hear it. I just feel like Mo was extremely important to our run and our dynasties.
He's part of the core four.
He's the core four. And when he came in, that sand music came on, except probably against the Diamondbacks. That sand music come on, you know it was curtains. Like if you was a Yankee fan, we got
not a Yankee. I probably wouldn't have been a Yankee fan, but I probably would have liked the Yankees if they would have won that World Series. But they blew it.
I feel you. We ain't blow it. The Diamondbacks was that good.
They was good that year. I ain't even realize. I saw Luis Gonzalez's numbers that year. He hit 52 home runs.
Yeah, they was that damn good. And to get that hit off of Mo, off that cutter, bro, you was destined to win this.
Randy Johnson and
for us to even be ahead after going against Kirk Schilling and Randy Johnson in the same game, bro, was immaculate. But if you do what you did against Mo, nigga, you deserve it. That's how it was. Because how often did that happen? It doesn't happen.
Not in the World Series.
Not in the regular season neither.
Not in the World Series. Not with that.
He shut when he come in, that same music playing. He comes jogging out, it's over. It's ironically, Randy Johnson is the other pitcher.
my favorite player of all time, LeBron, I was like, oh, it's a wrap. You know what I
He
mean?
was a villain when he did
I
that.
was just hyped.
I wasn't mad.
Yeah, I was hyped about that.
I was only mad when he hit the fucking 3. I was like,
But yeah, so since he's my favorite of all
You
time.
leave him?
So I'm gonna just switch those two for me. That you got, we got the same list basically. I'm gonna just put AI at 5 and Ray at 4 because Ray got chips. So we talked about this with our point guards.
It's weird, right?
Because we spoke about this last week with the point guards, and when I said 2 talents, we got to go into the.
I don't mind. I make an exception for this.
Mm-hmm.
Only because Ray's chips is kind of like.
But he put in work.
Yes.
Both of them.
Yes, he did. But it's like.
He wasn't the man there. Alright, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to take CP3 out of the top 5. I'm going to put Jason Kidd at 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave Steph at 2.
Thank you.
So I got Jason Kidd at 5.
Mm-hmm.
John Stockton at 4.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Thomas at 3. Steph Curry at 2. And Magic Johnson at 1.
Okay, so I got J Kidd. I think I got J Kidd at 5.
Okay.
Zeke at 4. John Stockton at 3. And then Big O and Magic. That's like the flag I get when I say, to me, Kareem can be arguably top 2. You want from 5 to 1 or 1 to 5?
Whatever you comfortable with, however you do.
Alright, so I agree with you. I'm going to tell you right now, I do not have Bill Russell in my top 5 centers. Only because...
we ain't have Bob Cousy in our top 5 point guards.
No, all people matter.
It's hard. It's just hard for us to say it. But like Skip
it's hard for me
Bayless
to-
would put Bill Russell in his top.
I ain't have Julius Erving in the top 5, nothing. But did we have Julius Erving in the top 5? Small forward?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I had my 4.
All right, let me not be disrespectful. So, my number 5 will have to be and Knicks fans will get mad at me.
It's just fair because he was nice, but he didn't win.
Knicks fans will get mad at me. But I will have to say the Emerald.
David Robinson,
Yes.
respectable.
David Robinson was like my go-to player.
Because in the top 10, they got him 7 and Pat 8. So
Yeah.
they was just about.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah,
It's kind of like that.
he got 2 chips.
He got 2 chips. Both with Timmy. Thank God for Tim Duncan.
21-10. Didn't he have like a 60-point game or something
Yeah,
like that?
bro. No 3-pointers.
Yeah. He was that. When he went to Navy,
Yeah, bro. He never missed, bro. And then he shot like 50-something from the field. For real.
you was
Play
watching
defense.
the Spurs. I did not watch.
I always was like the Spurs before Tim Duncan. People always think that I started liking them because of Tim Duncan. I liked them because of David Robinson. And when you played NBA Jam,
he got an MVP, Defensive Player of the Year.
yeah, he's a great player, bro.
10-time All-Star. What's your list?
My list? Bron Braun's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Legend's number 2. KD is definitely number 3 for me. Definitely number 3. I respect Julius Erving. I like Dr. J a lot. But we talking about top 3 purest shooters in league history. Top 3 purest shooters in NBA history that shoots at a high value. I'm not talking about Steve Kerr niggas. I'm not talking about any of these specialists. I'm talking about a nigga that's shooting 30 shots a game.
Steph Curry type range.
Yeah, that's why I said top 3. Because just off the top of my head, I would say Ray, Steph, KD. But
see, but with my original, I had him at 2.
yeah, but that's disrespectful to Larry Legend, bro.
Yeah,
Larry,
it is.
it's very disrespectful, bro. Okay, I was at 3.
But sometimes you gotta think about what Larry Bird came into.
Don't.
The basketball team he inherited. He was just that spark. That was just like,
Bro, we're not going to do that, so.
we not. But I'm just saying, let's just be considerate. KD went to Oklahoma. No, he went to Seattle.
No, bro, you can't. It's not your
No,
fault.
I understand.
Who picked you, bro?
I understand.
It ain't your fault.
They drafted him.
And he still had to do it. Yeah, and then when it took this shit to the top of the moon, he probably would have been on his list, bro.
Rolled up.
With Larry. With Larry. How about that?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just, let's go. You got KD at 3.
KD at 3.
Ron, Larry, KD.
Dr. J is at 4. To be respectful.
Okay.
He's at 4. First man that they thought could fly. And then number 5 is where I got a school. Elgin Baylor.
I knew you were going to say Elgin Baylor. That's what I saw his name and I was like, I'm fine. Alright, number 5, I was torn. I think I'm going to have to leave this guy out. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to leave him out. But it's, damn.
There's a lot of good power forwards.
Yeah. Alright, number 1.
Of all time.
I'm going to go 1 to 5. Number 1 that I've seen with my eyes, even studying the game, past players and everything. Number 1 is Tim Duncan to me.
Mr. Fundamental.
Power forward. His all-around game, his winning percentage, the way he represented the game, his skills at the position, his accolades, his stats at the position all time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And his record in the finals.
Mentality.
Yeah, his record in the finals, the way he changed that franchise. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he was the face of that franchise for 20 years. He was the face of the
Since he
NBA.
walked through the door.
Yeah, he was the face of the NBA for years. You know what I'm saying? Quadruple doubles and shit. So I think he's 1 for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's power forward all time.
I'm gonna put because of his accolades and everything, but I do not like him personally because some of the shit. Karl Malone is that too.
That's your number 2.
You know what I mean? Because when he don't got no championship. A lot of power forwards don't got a championship.
Thank Mike for that.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of power forwards don't have championships. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
Great
Mike for
players.
that.
You know what I mean? So put him there.
Number 2 on all-time scorer.
You know what I'm saying?
Off the same play. Pick and roll.
Number 3.
Tough, right?
Yeah. But I'm gonna have to put because it might be like a little earlier time than these 2 players that I'm comparing.
Mm-hmm.
But skills are comparable. One might be better. You know what I'm saying? And skills like a notch better, you know what I'm saying? But then the accolades kick in and this one got what he got under his belt and it's not like he was a role player. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting Kevin McHale at 3. You know what I'm saying? Just cause he was that dude on that team, you know what I'm saying? On some of the championship teams, he was doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't his fault he broke his foot. You know what I'm saying? That's not my fault. But hey,
he was so.
That's 3. And I watched his games. I studied
this is crazy because there's a couple power forwards left, and you gotta have at least 3 of them more.
Cause at 4 I'm putting Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
At 4 I'm putting Charles Barkley. And then these the 2 that I got left that I seen with my eyes in my lifetime that I watched in the NBA.
This makes it tough.
Dirk and KG. They both got a chip. They both super duper nice. Accolades is crazy. They went at each other. But Dirk is in the top 10 in scoring. You know what I'm saying? But KG is that guy. He's the big ticket. So, I don't want you to swing on me right now. And we right here. Cool, we right here with it in this town here.
The Candy Man.
The Candy Man, that's my number 5 now. I'm playing.
That'll be
I'm
fun.
just joking, y'all. Alright, number 5 for me.
Okay.
I still didn't even put this list together.
I mean, because you can kind of look.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. And then the center position is an old position. It's like, it's not in the NBA like that no more.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Your center might be Draymond Green on a good day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think I've seen some of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? So number 5, I'm gonna put Pat. Patrick Ewing. Number 5. Because I seen him, you know what I'm saying? I seen some shit that he did. Probably late, but then I get to see his highlights. I'm like, he was nice. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. I mean, you're knocking somebody out, though.
Yeah, I'm knocking somebody out. And I don't know. It might be a real old school dude that I'm knocking out because I don't really know.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Because I know who I got at number 2. I got Kareem at number 2.
Better.
I got Shaq at number 1.
Don't be going out of order.
Yeah, it's just that I have to because...
Nah, because you're leaving 4 and 3 up in the air. Go to number 4. Now we know you're 2 and 1. What's your number 4?
I'm going to probably go with
And you can
the
explain
NBA. I'm going to probably go with the NBA dictionary. The NBA's Mona Lisa, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Wilt Chamberlain, you know what I'm saying? I'll put him at 4.
4?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm just going with... I'll probably put him at 3. Alright, Shaq.
So you got Bill Russell ahead of him.
I don't think I got Bill Russell in my top 5. And that's wild disrespectful. He might be like number 6 or 7, but it's just like...
Why is it disrespectful? Okay.
I don't think it is disrespectful.
We gotta slow down.
I don't think it is disrespectful because...
Who's number 4? Wilt?
I think Wilt might be number 3.
Okay. Get your list together.
Yeah, my list is going to be fucked up. Number 4 might be the Dream. Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon.
That's what I thought you was going to knock off.
Number 1, y'all already know who number 1 is.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot.
You know what I mean? Bron.
Mm-hmm.
I put KD at 2 originally. Then I got Larry Legend, Larry Bird. Then I got Dr. J and Scotty. But I might put Larry 2, Dr. J 3, and KD at 4.
Say that list again just now? The revised.
My original or revised?
The revised.
Braun, Larry Bird, Dr. J, KD, Scotty. Critique on this, right? So let's start the NBA top 5s, right? We're going to start with point guards.
Okay.
You got yours? You ready? I'm going to do mine first.
I thought I did this already.
No, we ain't do top 5 point guards on the show yet.
Okay.
So I'll do mine and you just critique mine and then go off it, alright?
Okay. Let me clean mine up real quick. I already got it though.
At 5.
Okay.
And now you know I hate this guy. Like, not hate him, I don't know him. I just really don't like his game per se because he don't win, I guess.
Chris Paul.
I'm going to put CP3 at 5. Right?
Ooh.
Boom! At 5. CP3. We already starting controversial with Knoxless, right?
Top 5?
At 4,
Louise.
at 4, I'm going to put that white man from Utah. John Stockton, right?
Yeah. Hey.
Leads the NBA in assists All that extra jazz, you know what I'm saying? No pun. Number 3, Isaiah Thomas. Alright? Zeke. Not Isaiah Thomas from right now. Isaiah Thomas from the Bad Boys, right? At 2, I got Steph Curry. And then at 1, I'm gonna put Irving Magic Johnson.
At 2, you got Steph.
Yeah, see, there you go. I think you was flowing with my list, and then I hit you with the boom bow.
Oh, that's like I kicked that off. I got Barry. Barry, Emmett, Jim Brown. I watched tape of Jim Brown. It looked like it doesn't look real.
Yeah. He looked like he was playing right now.
Yeah, and I might say Walter Payton and Marshall Falk. That's my 5.
Yeah, I like
That's solid. I'm happy with that.
that. Number 5 for me, and it's just because it's my favorite running back of all time, and it's your fault. Jerome Bettis. Then I'm going to jump to 1 is Barry. I like Emmett. He was nice.
Emmett is arguably the best running back.
He was old school. I'm going to put Adrian Peterson in mine.
Okay. Oh, man.
And
He's like 8, 7, 8 a month.
he nice though.
Yeah.
But he top 10. That's cool. You said. Alright, I'll throw. Cause I see a lot of tape of him, and I like the way he run. LA Rams, Eric Dickerson. Cause like
That's
how
my honorable mention.
yeah, like how he was just bigger than everybody. He was just run everybody over, and that LA jersey was just dope. But his numbers is crazy too. So I'm gonna throw him in there since you threw like 2 old schools in there. You put Jim Brown and Walter Payton, so I gotta put something to combat that. So
Yeah, watch.
that'll be my 5. We don't know what's happening with all these sports and everything, but we've been doing our top 5s in our NFL categories. We did quarterbacks, running backs, receivers. So we're gonna touch on tight ends today.
Tight ends?
Yeah.
Top 55.
You want me to just give mine since I probably just sprung this on you? Or?
You go ahead, but I definitely got about 5.
Alright, so go ahead.
Man, some old heads tight at me. Go ahead. You go. You got your shit.
I got my number 1 tight end all time. You know who it is.
Of course.
Tony Gonzalez.
If that's not your all-time tight end all-time.
I'm racist. Nah. Tony Gonzalez is the greatest tight end to me that I ever seen. Number 2, I put Rob Gronkowski. Then I'm gonna put Shannon Sharp. I got Shannon Sharp at 3. Then I got Antonio Gates at 4. And then I'm gonna put Travis Kelce right now at my 5 because he's the truth. Go ahead. That's not all for neither. It was 4 in a row, 5 in a row. Jeez Louise, bro. So let's just get into our top list. This sports edition ain't gonna be that long.
Shooting guard?
Yeah, we did point guards last week, so let's get into shooting guards. And this is where I had a discrepancy, and behind the scenes you fixed it up. So, I was a 2 guard.
More of a 2 guard than a 1.
So he was a point guard, so that's why I ain't have him in my top 5 point guards. And I probably wouldn't have him. If he was a straight point guard, he probably wouldn't be in the top 5.
If he's not a point guard.
Yeah. So, you want to kick this off with the 2 guards, or you want me to kick it off?
I kicked it off last week.
Kicked it off last week?
Alright, I'll do mine. Mine's kind of quick. Number one, of course, is Mike. Mm-hmm. Number two is Baby Mike and Kobe, R.I.P.
If Mike is the original, Kobe is the remix,
The
baby.
remix, baby. Right. And then I gotta go with Mike, second junior, and D Wade.
Okay.
Cause that's his old spring too, if niggas don't know. Chicago kid. So, that's three. Mm-hmm. Number four, and D Wade is only ahead of this guy because of the chips. AI is number four. And a lot of these young kids and some of the guys our age will have to be at number five, number 4, 3 or something, which is cool.
James Harden?
You gotta get there.
Who you got at five?
Rick and Ray Allen. Jesus Shuttlesworth. It's just, I can't put no other two guard at it. So that's the order you got it in?
Yeah.
You got Rob Gronkowski as your second best. Why?
Because from what I've seen, and his numbers is just better than everybody's. Boy, what? You ain't got him in your top five?
I might not.
Oh, okay. So I want to hear your top. I mean, you can say what you want about my top five. I feel it.
What?
But boy, nice.
Hold on.
I want to see.
Because I got 4, and you already. I didn't even know we was doing this.
Yeah.
But okay, of course, undeniably, Tony Gonzalez is the best tight end of all time. We can agree to that. My second tight end will be Shannon Sharp.
Shit. I put him number 3.
You pull him behind.
Boy, Rob Gronkowski numbers is better than his. That's all I'm saying.
Is he a better tight end though? Is he a better?
Yes,
he
to
play
me.
that position better.
Yeah, because he's a blocking tight end. Shannon Sharp was in a blocking tight end, but he'll block when he needed to. But he wasn't a blocking tight end. He was a catching tight end. He was a receiving tight end. He changed the tight end position. Rob Gronkowski was that and more. That's all I'm saying. To me, in my eyes. But I see what you're saying, though. I'm not mad at what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Shannon Sharp created these dudes.
Okay. So
I got him at number 3.
I got
I feel you.
I got Shannon Sharp. I'm just going off like what
Yeah.
I'm saying, right?
That's what I'm doing too good. You got Tony and Shannon so far.
Antonio Gates has to be number 3.
Okay.
Because Gronk numbers aren't better than his.
They are though.
Nah, bro.
They are though.
Gotta show me. I gotta
And
see.
he got 3 chips.
I gotta see. And I never seen Gronk
He got
like
2.
as he's a receiving tight end. I never. He doesn't really have.
Bro, he the O-line. That's why they could run those years that he was there. He was the blocking tight end.
But
Then it was
New England, I never looked at New England as a run dominant team, bro. They do that.
in his early years. Remember they had Corey Dillon and all that. They was running the ball.
Corey Dillon was there with him.
Yeah, his first year. Rob had a 9-year career.
Just came together. Corey Dillon was gone though. That's earlier.
So what fucking?
That's what I'm
what
saying.
back in my thing?
When Aaron Hernandez and Gronk came, that's when they started airing it out, like throwing the ball. It wasn't right. They had Kevin Falk and shit, bro. That's when they started that double running back shit. I never looked at him as, you know, a chip block, like, but I'm all right. So,
Antonio Gates at 3.
at 3.
We still got the same people. We just put up at 3rd.
Yeah, kind of, because
The only one you don't agree with me is Rob.
I don't see him as top 5.
Who else you got? You already got 3. You got Tony, Sharp, and Gates. Who's your 4th?
I might put Jason Witten at him.
Ahead of who? Rob Gronkowski?
I'm not thinking about how many championships.
That's not what I'm solely basing.
I'm thinking about, like, when I watched them, like, I could think of Jason Witten and know I seen him blocking. You know what I'm saying?
So his is better than Gronkowski?
I think so. I see Gronk, he runs down the field, he catches the ball at 6'5", 6'7". I don't see him running routes, bro.
Alright, go ahead.
I see
Jason
Witten run routes, bro, and block, and that's how I look at my tight end. So if I can say, if you took Gronk and put him on the Cowboys and put Jason Witten on New England, it doesn't change everything. It might enhance shit a little more.
For Dallas.
For New England.
For Dallas.
It's
not going to change nothing in New England. It's going to be the same thing. Yes, with Tony Romo.
Okay.
You just said Jason Witten was killing. Who was his quarterback his whole career?
Yeah, but I've also what has he won? Because I've watched Tony Romo in the same positions. Like I've seen boy from San Francisco, Garoppolo, overthrow niggas about 15, 20 yards and throwing shit in the stands and all that. Tom Brady don't do that. That's what I'm saying. Tony Romo. He do that shit.
It's the same thing with what we said to Tim Duncan. Get drafted to a nice team.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Who you got that
that's tough for me, bro, because I can't say niggas that I didn't see before.
Kevin Winslow Senior.
No, I'm not, but you might see that. You might say that.
I'll put him in the second tier of top 5s, like from 6 to 10. I'll probably put Kevin Winslow Senior because he was another one that transitioned the game at his era. In his era, he was a catching tight end. He was like, yo, I'm not blocking. I can catch that.
Right.
And that air raid offense in San Diego. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
true.
But who's your 5th?
Might be
Rob Gronkowski.
No, listen. It might be Travis Kelce.
So what we did last time, the quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
What you want to do? Receivers or running backs?
We can do receivers.
Receivers, who you got?
Who you got? I went first last time.
Again, because this name is anonymous with receivers and just winning, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to just respect it for what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to put Rice up there.
I don't like asterisks. Who you got?
That's not an asterisk.
That's an asterisk.
No, he's in my 5.
Okay.
He's there, but I don't know if he number 1. He probably number 3. Ooh, number 1, Randy. Number 2, T.O. Number 3, Son.
Who's son?
Nah, Jerry Rice.
Alright.
Then I'm gonna put somebody that's kind of recent that I just felt was a beast.
Don't do it.
What?
Go ahead.
You just let you lose my train of thought.
You know, go ahead.
Hold on. Alright, these last 2 not in no order because you just made me lose my thought.
Yeah, you about
Every time I think about wide receivers, I put Chris Carter in there. And I was gonna put Calvin Johnson.
Megatron?
Yeah, Megatron. But then I don't really like putting him in 5 because he played 9 years.
He's a beast.
He was on the 0-16 team. But when you look at his records, he still got the record for
He might have all 8 touchdowns that year.
He still got the records for the most receiving yards in the season, most receptions in the season, in the game. Those 2 categories in the game.
I ain't mad at you.
Man, records. Who you got?
I got Randy number 1, of course. You know that. That's the goal. Randy, I got Jerry Rice. Number 2, with disrespect. Number 3, I got T.O. Number 4, I got the greatest hands that I ever seen, Chris Carter.
He just never dropped nothing.
That's the only time Randy ever had to play the 2.
And that was only because you was getting mentored by somebody that was in the league before you. So it's just like, because he led him in receiving yards and touchdowns that rookie year.
Hands was great.
But that man just does not drop the football.
No.
And when he had the long sleeves on with the Minnesota jersey, it just looked official.
Number 5, I gotta go with Larry. Nope.
5 quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks all time. Brady, Manning,
No particular order. You just
no
named
order.
5.
Brady, Manning. Not just who I seen, right? Just all
Nah,
time.
but can we do like to an extent, right? All time, because like none of
Lifetime.
us gonna say Johnny Unitas.
Lifetime. Or
like,
because Joe
because I would
Montana.
say Joe Montana.
Joe Montana is just a name that
I just know synonymous for winning.
I play quarterback, so it's like there wasn't nobody else. You said Montana, that nigga.
And
Montana.
you saw him running
seen it.
around and shit, so it's like.
So I have to say Joe.
I was gonna put him in my top 5 too.
Marino.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen that on. He just ain't have nothing. And it's crazy because we saying quarterbacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm thinking of quarterback, I'm thinking about a quarterback. So I want to say Vic, but I don't look at Vic for that.
Yeah.
I look at him for when the play breaks down. And,
But he had the arm too. He was.
yeah,
a
I'm
quarterback.
not taking that from him. I might. I'm gonna say Mike.
You gonna be biased and put Mike.
I want to say Brett. I'm not gonna tell you who. I wanna
I
say
got
Brett.
Brett in mind.
It kind of sounds like we got the same one.
I got Brady. Let me see. I wrote it down. I got Brady, Manning, and Montana. I ain't really get to see Montana, but from everything that I'm researching, everything, he was the truth. You know what I'm saying? And
I know
I'm
what
not
you're
gonna
gonna
hold
say,
that
and
down.
I'm gonna be fucking tight.
I was hesitant to say this dude because I kind of saw like the tail end, but he won in the tail end. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, Elway. You know what I'm saying? Then combined with doing research and watching him like against the Browns and against, you know what I'm saying? Just the drive and everything. Like he was just nice. And Brett Favre. But to be biased, I'm thinking of a black quarterback too. So I want to put Mike Vick in there too. Like probably 6 or 5, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta have Brett Favre in there. My thing is John Elway though.